This is WKYT News.
Good afternoon. Welcome to WKYT News at 5. We're live on air and streaming on WKYT Plus. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Amber Philpott. We are tracking some breaking news following the indictment in that deadly Berea bank shooting. Attorney General Russell Coleman says he plans to seek the death penalty against the 19-year-old suspect.
And WKYT's Kelsey Soto's joining us now in studio with these breaking details coming out just a few minutes ago. Kelsey?
Literally within the last hour, the Attorney General says this afternoon the Madison County grand jury has indicted 19-year-old Braylon Weaver on 2 counts of murder and 1 count of fleeing. According to this indictment, Weaver shot and killed 42-year-old Brian Schweitzer and 35-year-old Brianna Edwards inside U.S. Bank in Berea on April 30th. He was arrested nearly 17 hours later after a manhunt that ended in Lexington. The Attorney General says state and federal prosecutors are working together on this case, but this indictment is separate from Weaver's federal charges that he's been held on. Weaver was indicted back in May on those federal charges of attempted bank robbery and 2 counts of causing death with a firearm. That indictment also called the shooting premeditated. The federal grand jury found that he is eligible for the death penalty if convicted in that case. Last month, Weaver's federal trial was delayed indefinitely. Both the prosecution and defense asked for that delay due to the complexity of the case. According to court records, he is due back in federal court for a status hearing on August 5th. We don't yet know when he could be arraigned on these new state charges. Bill?